Hello, hello, hi squids. What's up? What's up? I am back tonight. Unfortunately, we're putting Resident Evil on hold because I is a CP boy and I just don't have the energy to start a new game tonight. And I fucking did it again with the shelmet. Literally every single stream we've gone to do shelmet, I've done this and forgotten to change the date back. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing tonight, buddy? Dear God, why am I so stupid? But how you doing, Jordan? How you doing, Squid? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Drunken Spider Tavern. I'm good besides being sleepy. I had to be in the office today, so I had to wake up early this morning, and I was literally, like, I was so tired when I woke up, I was stumbling, getting out of bed, trying to get to the bathroom like I was fucking drunk. And I was like, well, this is not gonna be a good fucking day. And yeah, I struggled the entire fucking day to stay awake. Came home, tried to take a nap. That failed because I couldn't sleep, even despite being that fucking tired. And so I was like, you know what? Starting Resident Evil tonight when I'm too tired to function, it's just not a good idea. It's a game that requires me to, like, really be on top of my shit, you know what I mean? And really, like, focus. And I just don't have that ability right now, so we're gonna shiny hunt. And hopefully, as the week goes on, I will start getting slightly better sleep, and we can start Resident Evil at that point. But yeah. Jordan, come on now. And I might not be stupid, but I definitely do stupid shit all the time. And you know what? A sign that you're stupid is doing stupid shit. Holy fuck, is that Riley in the chat? What the hell is going on here? I'm here, speaking of stupid shit. Riley, how the hell have you been, man? It has been a while. Although you haven't missed much, Riley. It's been taking me like a month per shiny. So you really haven't missed all that much. The shinies have not been nice to me. Maybe today's better. I hope so, Jordan. I hope so. I need something to break, man. This 3,600 on 2 hunts at once is a little much. It's starting to wear at me. Which makes it even more annoying that I had to postpone Resident Evil because I was really looking forward to a break from shiny hunting in Pokemon. I really was. I just don't have the energy to do anything more than this tonight. Thank you for the hydrate. I think I have something, not beer, around here somewhere. I don't, so we'll hydrate with beer like usual. But what you been up to, Riley? It's been too long, buddy.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
God, it's so weird, Riley. You're like the only one that uses that sound alert. You got back into Pokemon, sorta. See, that's funny because you got back into Pokemon and I'm trying to get out of Pokemon. Riley, I've been on such a bad luck streak lately. Before I started Shelmet, I was hunting for Shiny Doughblade, and Shiny Doughblade took me 7,760 resets. And right after that, right on the heels of going almost 8,000, I'm approaching 4,000. I've gotten one shiny in my last 17,000 encounters. Whole sandwich and a half to get shiny from shiny lit into Wooper on your Switch too. I mean, yeah, Scarlet and Violet is cheat codes for shinies. I have 3 active hunts right now at a combined almost 10,000 encounters without a shiny. 30 encounters at once, 40 minutes apart. Yeah. I mean, Scarlet and Violet is cheat codes. For ZA, the new megas will be, and what do you want them to be? Good question. Obviously, I think the starters get new megas. I think Dragonite finally gets a mega. And then I think we get a lot of weird shit we're not expecting. Like, just Pokemon that, like, nobody uses, I think, gets megas. I want to see a Mega Flygon, but I don't think they're going to do it. I want Meganium to be a bush, nothing else, just a bush. Oh god, Squids. You're really rough with the Joy-Cons and they won't break? Really? See, literally, I bought my Switch, and the first thing I did was buy a Pro Controller. I, like, have never used the Joy-Cons. Yes, I am, Riley. I'm doing Twitch and YouTube lately. I've been doing both. So if you hear me talking to somebody that you're like, who the fuck is he talking to? I'm talking to somebody on the other platform. I've been trying to branch out and do more stuff. Yeah, see, like Nidoking, Nidoqueen, I could see them getting megas, like Phalanx, just like really weird stuff that like you wouldn't think about. I could see getting new mega. I don't know. I don't know what's all in the game yet, but I think like maybe Dragonite to appease the fans, and outside of that, I think it's gonna be a lot of really. Hey, what's going on, Poker Princess? How you doing? Phalanx just gets longer, right? Just it. I don't know. Game Freak has a habit of disappointing me the last few years. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Poke. It doesn't, Riley. I'm saying like, I think like Pokemon like that are gonna get megas in ZA. I think they're gonna really confuse us with who gets a new mega. I think it's gonna be really weird shit where we're like, why? Why is this getting a mega? You heard a rumor there's a Mega Victory Bell? Mega Crocodile would go crazy. I would actually go for that, but I don't think we get Mega Totodile and Crocodile. I don't think they give us 2 mega forms of alligator Pokemon, but it would be fun to have them as like competing megas, you know what I mean? That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I gotta look at like what's in the trailers so far. All you could confirm is Flygon's a goner. Yeah, I don't think Flygon gets a mega. I think we still get fucked on that. I do think they finally give Dragonite some love though. I was there, Poke. I was there. I thought about jumping into one of the DAs after my stream ended just to be a dick. But then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that to him. The July 22nd, Squid, July 22nd is the presents. So we should find out more mega information and things like that. As well as if we're gonna get regional variants of the starter evolutions at that point. They'll definitely reveal some of the megas, right? They're not going to reveal all of them, but they'll give us some teasers on some of them. I don't think we get a confirmed Pokedex that early, Poke. I think the confirmed Pokedex is going to be right before release. I don't think we're going to get the confirmed Pokedex already. We'll definitely find out more that's going to be in it. But I don't think we get a confirmed Pokedex. But I definitely think they show us at least some of the new megas. Because they're going to want to hype up the game, you know what I mean? They're going to want to show something that gets people, like, really excited for it. And the best way to do that is to show off some new megas. I mean, Robbie, to be fair, though, the leaks haven't been hitting lately. The leaks have been off quite a bit. It's like Game Freak is intentionally putting out misinformation. You have to have Ponyta. Riley, it's been dry for a fucking year. They barely given a shit. Dude, I really hope we get a Mega Dragonite. I really do. And it better go back to being like that bluish color that the Dratini has in Dragonair, so we can get a pink a Mega Dragonite. I only got one Mega Image leak and it's shit. It's probably not even accurate, Riley. Like, none of the fucking, none of the leaks lately have been hitting. Like, all the Scarlet and Violet leaks, except for like one, ended up being wrong. There were all those leaks about a black and white remake that never happened. Like, there were so many leaks that just turned out to be nothing burgers. Mega Dragon would be crazy, becoming like a wyvern where its wings act as arms. Dude, that would be fucking cool. That would be badass. I don't know. I'm excited to see the presents. It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna be on my cruise when the presents happens. So I'm gonna have to see what time the presents goes live locally where I'm gonna be. And hopefully it goes live at a point when I'm on the boat. Well, that's 9, or is that 9 a.m. everywhere, or is it 9 a.m. local, Riley? That's gonna be the thing, because I'm gonna be out of the country that day. Hi, Mika. Yeah, so that's the thing, Riley. I'm not gonna be Eastern time when the presents happens. I'm gonna be in Greece. Gonna get a bunch of fluff like Ampharos. Oh, I hope not. I hope they get creative with the megas. What, Riley? 5 p.m.? I don't know. Yeah. I gotta see exactly when the presents is gonna be, locally, when it gets closer. I would like to do a reaction to it at some point. Like, but I want to be able to, like, watch it at least when it goes live. So we'll have to see how that goes with the whole situation. Oh, really? 5 p.m.? Fuck, that's a horrible time. I'm gonna be busy at 5 p.m. I'm gonna be busy at that time. I'm not gonna be able to watch it or talk to you guys about it. $8 a.m. is 4 p.m. in Greece. Damn it. There'll be something like the gym challenges in ZA. So, Jordan, from what they've shown us, no. There won't be gym challenges. There's gonna be like a trainer league where like you just battle people in the streets after dark. And as you beat people in the streets, you like level up. Ignoring Riley, understood. But yeah, 4 or 5 p.m. is gonna be in the middle of me doing shit. So that's not good. Because let me think, yeah. We'll be in Athens that day. If I remember the itinerary correctly. Insert gif of Patrick Star with a blank nail to his forehead. But yeah, Jordan, the last Pokemon Presents we had, they showed it. And like, during the day, you go to like the wild areas and you hunt Pokemon, but at night, there's like trainers out in the street battling each other, and there's like, it's like an underground Pokemon league where there's no real, like there's no gym leaders, but there's trainers that are battling to make the #1 trainer in the region. So yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I'm trying to remember my itinerary now for the cruise, because the 19th we leave, the 20th is Montenegro, the 21st we're at sea, and then I want to say the 22nd we're in Athens, which sounds correct. Season of Pokemon that Ash was in, I don't know. I couldn't confirm or deny that, but I don't know, like, I'm excited for ZA. I really am, but the new battle mechanic, the wild areas, the like weird like trainer battles in the streets, I'm kind of iffy on a lot of the new mechanics in ZA that they've shown us. I'm not sold on it just yet. I'm hoping that when the game comes out and I experience it, I'll enjoy it. But as it sits right now, I'm not really a fan of the new mechanics and how the new stuff they're doing in the game. Rumor that shiny noise coming back is true. I really hope so. And if not the noise, at least the sparkle animation when it spawns. I will take one or the other. Like, give me at least one of those. It makes it, because like the thing I found with Scarlet and Violet is trying to stream it was annoying, because you had to be so hyper focused on the Pokemon trying to figure out which one was the shiny one that it made it hard to like read chat and do everything else. Go over just the sparkle, because if it's not noticeable, it spawns behind you, you're SOL. That's a good point. That is a fair point, Riley. But I mean, that being said, the sparkles is better than nothing that we got in Scarlet and Violet, where we didn't get a noise or an animation. I will take one of the two in ZA. Like if I had to choose between the sparkles or nothing, I'll take the sparkles. Like the nothing was so aggravating. Yo, what up, Jake? Are they all static spawns like in PLA where they can't spawn behind you? That's going to be another good question, is how do the spawns work? Are the spawns going to be like Scarlet and Violet, or are they going to be like Legends Arceus? PLA, the shiny noise and an indicator with the visuals. Keep that going in ZA because they did it in previous Legends. They also got a lot of flack for not having it. I hope you're right, Squid. But yeah, it will be curious to see how the spawns work. Like, I'm thinking it's gonna be similar to Legends Arceus, where it's gonna be when you enter the wild zone, everything is gonna spawn, and then when you leave the wild zone, it's gonna reset the spawns. I'm thinking that's how it's gonna be. I would prefer that to Scarlet and Violet as far as shiny hunting goes. Because then you just enter the zone, run around the zone, check everything, leave the zone. I kind of like that better versus, oh, the shiny just spawned behind me and I didn't even fucking see it. The dude loads in the wild zone and a Fletching is already there waiting for him. Yeah, I mean, from what we saw, I feel like that might be the case. But the other thing is, there's spawns that occur outside of the wild zones. It looked like from the trailer, like, it looked like primarily the wild zones were where the Pokemon were, but there were some that spawned outside of those zones. And so, is there going to be two different ways they spawn? Like, the ones in the zone are going to be Legends Arceus style, and the ones outside the zone are Scarlet and Violet style spawns. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. Well, luckily, we got a few more months to wait, so we can sit here and bite our nails over it and theory craft for a bit longer still. The ones outside the wild zones aren't catchable, they have NPC style spawns. I mean, I don't know that they would do that, Squid. They showed people battling those Pokemon in the trailer, where like he was fighting. I think he was fighting something on a rooftop. I think he caught one on the rooftop too. So I don't think they'll be uncatchable. both ways. You're in the wild area, and the wild area mons spawn. You the wild area and the non-wild area Pokemon spawn. That could be it too. It could be as you go between the zones, they spawn and despawn like that. It'll definitely be interesting to see. Also, Jake, you impressed with my shiny luck right now? Thank you for the head pat, squiddies. If they happen. Why is it not working? Did the head pats work? I didn't see the animation go off. Let me hang on. Let me see something here in a second. All right, hang on. It might be. Did my okay? There we go. My Twitch account disconnected. Hang on. Ah, damn, Poke, that sucks. All right, and why is it not working? All right, let's try it again here. Hang on. Why is it not working? What the fuck? I don't even think it's Twitch. I think it's VTube Studio that's not working right. Yes it is, Riley. That is my face on a shiny Armaldo. And yeah, Riley, you've missed quite a bit while you've been gone. 20 of your streamers right now that are all having the same issues. Well, that sucks. Get your shit together, Twitch. The fuck is going on here? I don't appreciate you fucking with my viewers like this. I refunded your channel point, Squidums. I don't know why it's not working. Super not fun idea for Friday. Oh god, Jake, do I even want to know? Of course I had to, Squiddy. It didn't work. What is your not fun idea, Jake? I'm scared. Great Marsh shiny race versus hold on, what game is the Great Marsh in? Oh god. You know what? You know what, Jake? I'm down. I'm down, because if there was ever a shiny race I would somehow fucking win, it would be that one. Watch that be the race I win. Of all the fucking things we've done, watch me have the luck there. It would be, and then it would run away. That is true. I would get it early, and then it would run away. 100% that's what's gonna happen. And honestly, I'm here for it because of the fucking content. It would just be so amazing, like, content-wise. I'm so fucking here for it. Like, in fact, I really do, I hope I get a super early shiny and it just runs away from me. Like, I hope it happens. It would just be too perfect. Oh my god. It's such an insane idea, but I love it. And then right at the end of stream, Jake gets the shiny and wins the race. I mean, at the end of the day, I've proven over the last couple of weeks that if there's one thing I can do very well, it's not get shinies. Shy and Jer would probably win, not you. Dude, if Shy wins a Safari Week race, I might just have to give up at that point. Let's see if it's working yet. Nope, it's just not activating my shit. I have no idea, Jake, but it's become the inside joke that Shy uses the Game Shark. That's just kind of the joke now. Yeah, I'm trying to fix my VTube studio here. Pokemon Gummy Worm, and there's different color combinations like Tatsugiri. That would be super cool, actually. I'd be okay with that. That would be a fun Pokemon. It would have to be a ghost type. It would have to be a ghost type, where the ghost was like possessing and animating the Gummy Worm. That would be how you'd have to do that one. Try this again here. Nope. All right. For some reason, Twitch is just not communicating with VTube Studio properly. Very stupid. I mean, we already have the ghost ice cream cone, the ghost sword, the ghost keys. Like, why not have a ghost gummy worm, right? Why the fuck not at this point? How'd you do that, Squids? I only have so many viewers, Squids. I can't have my viewers going and dying on me. I need you to be careful. Hey, what's going on, Nick? How you doing, buddy? There's a dragon apple pie. That's true. We could have the dragon gummy worm. A ghost dragon like Dreepy. You took a drink and it went down weird. Be more careful, squids. Hell yeah, Nick, let's go. What's your first goal now that you have or what is your goal now that you have the shiny charm? What do you plan to do with it? Are you gonna use it for good or evil? You tried for shiny Solgaleo at first. That's a you know, that's a pretty major step for first hunt with the shiny charm. Kind of wild to go straight for Solgaleo. Your shiny look is in pretty insane pre-charm. Oh, well, in that case, you know, why not go for broke then? If you're already having good luck, see if it sticks around. Who doesn't like... I love Solgaleo shiny. Shiny Jango and Galarian Corsola go. Nice, Nick. Hell yeah. I will say I wasn't expecting it to be red. I think like because normally your white white turns black, you know. So I was kind of expecting the shiny Solgaleo to be a black shiny, but the red works for me. I think it looks pretty good. Especially since it's like supposed to represent the sun and having it be red, like I think that works pretty good. Though, if I'm being honest, I kind of feel like for Solgaleo, the base form should have been red, and the shiny should have been the white one. I kind of feel like that would have made more sense. Like, you've got Lunala with all of its crazy coloring, and then you've just got a white lion. It was kind of weird. Maybe shiny Nidoran to save Jer the trouble of getting one for you. No, Nick, I need you to keep Jer occupied and keep him focusing on stuff for you instead of himself, so that I can try to catch up to him in the shinydex race. Because my games aren't helping me, so I need somebody, some way, something to help me out. He's already gonna buy. Dude, Nick, he's been trying to get that shiny Rowlet for so fucking long, and it just will not shine for him. It's actually kind of wild that he still hasn't gotten that. Offer an extra shiny Zamazenta. I promised him from Go. You know what's funny, Nick, is it's taken him so long to get that next weekend with Global Go Fest, Zamazenta's gonna be back in raids and he can just get it himself after all this time. We'll see how good his luck is then, and if Cub will join him. Dude, I'm excited for GoFest next week. It should be a fun weekend. Or I should say this weekend, not next week. I'm kind of mad I didn't get to do the Jangmo community day. Jangmo is one of my favorite Pokemon. and I was so excited for the community day, and then I didn't get to do it. That was kind of shitty. I'm hoping when they do the year callback in December, when they bring back all the community days for the weekend, that I get a couple then. That's got your shiny little girl. The Gloria Corsola was a reward from field research. Nice. I haven't gotten a research reward shiny in so long. I've gotten a couple of perfect IV from field research recently, but it's been a while since I've gotten a shiny from it. I think the last shiny I got from a field research was I want to say Zerkatry, back when they did the event for all the Ultra Beasts, but there was a glitch and it didn't work right, so they gave everybody like a bunch of free research rewards to give them Ultra Beasts, and I got a shiny Zerkatry from that. That was your first shiny research reward? Nice. I mean, I've been playing since day one, so I've gotten quite a bit of stuff. I did not, Jordan. Must be dinner time. Loki's barking. You're not an avid shiny hunter like you. My ult just happens to whip itself out when it feels like it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm no longer an avid shiny hunter. I'll have to check it out, Jordan. Jordan, so you're still alive. The downside having a senior pet is having a heart attack, so they sleep too hard. Especially with gerbils, because don't gerbils just tend to like fall down and just sleep wherever they fall, so they always look like they're dead. Hey, what's going on, Ren? How you doing tonight? Just chilling, nice. He likes to sleep on his back sometimes. It's scary. Oh God, poor squids. Oh, so I'm so excited. I commissioned a new emote, and the artist sent me the, like, it's an animated emote, so they finished the art today and sent me the initial draft of just the art, like pre-animated, and it looks so good. I can't wait to get the finished product. Oh, what happened, Ren? You found a video? Yeah, hey, what's going on, Julio? I decided to try out a new artist, and the work in progress I got today was done very well. I was curious how they would handle my model, but they did a really good job with it. And so if the animation turns out good, and I like the finished product, I'm definitely going to be using them for some other emotes coming up in the near future. Bork, yeah, Loki's doing a Bork in the background. Nice, Julio. Best of luck to you on the Bulu. What was the video, Ren? Because I've come across a few AI generated video series on TikTok, and some of them are fucking great. And it's like, all right, I can accept this as a use for AI. Like, I can accept this. This is a good use of the technology. Meanwhile, I say it's a good use of the technology, and it's literally just Bigfoot running through the forest doing a bunch of coke, but still a good video. Small skin with a black guy and a white officer. Oh, Jesus. I'll stick to my Bigfoot videos. Go for it, Ren. I can't get shiny, so let's get canceled. That works too, right? All the disclaimer, Ren. I had a feeling that's where it was going, but fuck it. I just won't read it out loud. Oh, I'm scared. Is that, you know, oh my God, Fred. Jesus. Cool down to it in the low 90s since yesterday. Yeah, Nick, I've been seeing that like I can't even complain about Florida anymore because like literally everybody is going through it. It was like the heat index in New Jersey today was 109. I'm like, it's hard for me to complain about Florida when like 70% of the country is in triple digit heat index right now. Oh my God, Red. That, I mean, it's a great joke, but God damn. There was one Bigfoot video where he's like, yeah, I met this chick here on the trail. She was lost. I think I'm gonna tap that. She said her name used to be Jack, but you know, like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, you know, weird name for a chick. And then he's like running through the woods in the next scene, and he's like, oh my God, like, dude, I don't know what to do. It was bigger than mine. I think it winked at me. As an elementary teacher, someone took his class. Oh yes. Oh yeah, that was a comedian telling that story. I remember that story, Squid. I fucking love the Bigfoot ones, though. The Bigfoot ones are just absolute gold. And then there's another one that it's doing a whole Pokemon series where it's like going through like the life of each Pokemon and like how they like live in their biomes and stuff, and that series is pretty cool too. I hate that I'm liking AI content, but at the same time, to get the content to be that well done, even through AI, still takes a lot of skill. and being able to like put the prompts in properly and have it generate exactly what you're looking for without it being super fucked up. So fair use for AI making funny skits. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like I think it's a, you know, pretty, you know, I think it's an acceptable way to use AI. And it's all so obviously AI. It's not like you can like try to claim it's your art or anything like that, you know? So I think it's fair to use there. Getting info, yeah, no, using AI to like gather data and info and stuff is definitely an acceptable use of the tool. I just don't like when people use AI to generate art and then try to pass it off as their own. That shit pisses me off. Like, nah, fam. The good news is, like, every time I've seen like a company use AI art, it always gets a lot of backlash and it's not very well received at all. And I like that because it definitely is gonna push companies to just pay artists at least for a little bit longer, because the AI just isn't quite there yet. It doesn't quite capture the emotion that real art is able to do. Tool for assisting with digital work, not as the final product. Yeah. Art Fight 25 is coming up, and I can feel the AI artists coming out of their holes. People are mass producing art and then just posting it. It looks so wrong, the art. I mean, exactly. It just doesn't look right. It just, like I said, I mean, the thing is, like, when it's real art, that you like, there's a feeling and emotion that goes into it, even if it's digital art, you know? Like, there's so much personality that goes into it from each artist with their own style and everything else, and you just don't get that from the AI version of it. Yeah, food is a good idea, Ren. I had sushi for dinner. Oh, dude, the chicken nuggies are always a good choice. You can never go wrong with chicken nuggies. Hot dogs. Definitely a, I had a long day and I have kids dinner, Ren. 8 p.m. and you still haven't eaten yet? That's not good, Ren. You should fix that. Ooh, enchiladas. Very nice, Mika. Prince, yeah. I've been having some really bad luck lately. I'm not having a good time. Oh, hi, Loki. What were you doing all that borking for, huh? What was with all the borking, huh? Why are you barking so much? Are you being a good boy now? Did mommy feed you? Over here, dumbass. There we go. There you go. Good boy. More patience than I'll ever have for this type of hunting. This is nothing. Prior to Shelmet, my previous hunt on that account was for Doughblade, and I got the shiny at 7,760 encounters. So this ain't shit. It helps that, like, this is what I do, though. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely with you. I would prefer to not be able to say that was a thing. But yeah, I mean, like, this is my content. I sit here and I stream Pokemon and I hang out and yap and fuck around with chat all night, and the shiny hunting's kind of secondary, so like it gets aggravating and it gets frustrating when I have these long hunts, but at the same time, like the content is more my interaction with chat than it is the shiny. So your drink of choice tonight is ironically whiskey. Unexpected, Mika. I really wouldn't have thought that of you. Diet Dr. Pepper. That sounds like squid. I am currently drinking a watermelon beer. It is very tasty. Nothing wrong with being a casual shiny hunter at all. Nothing wrong with that. I kind of wish I still was. I feel like deciding to go for a shiny living dex was one of the worst choices of my life. You're drinking a whole ass watermelon. How do you drink a whole watermelon? Some of the bottles again have the Jurassic Park movie stuff on it. Oh, I didn't see that, Prince. I'll have to look for that next time I go out. I mean, Mika, my go-to choice of alcohol with anything is beer, so. Personally can't get into shiny hunting, which doesn't make sense. I mean, we all have our things, Ren. That it does, friends. I forgot it was so soon. I want to see that one. It looks really good. My luck with being casual has been lucrative, even still 3 or 4 shinies from Bear. Yeah, Nick, you've had a pretty good run of it. I've had a few friends like that too, who like they don't shiny hunt a lot, but they'll occasionally jump in and do a hunt with me. And anytime it's happened, they've had like the best luck and just gotten a bunch of shinies in a row where I've got nothing. You had a margarita at a fancy Mexican restaurant with your enchiladas. See, if I was out at a restaurant like that, I would probably get like a margarita. But you're okay with sitting there in Borderlands and farming for perfect parts on a weapon or whatever, but not shiny hunting? No, I mean, it makes sense because like I'm the same way. I'm cool with shiny hunting, but I don't like other games that are very grindy where you just do the same thing over and over again. And it makes no sense because I just sit here and do the same thing over and over again every night. Use a margarita right about now. I need to get better at making margaritas. I suck at it and I really want to be good at it. Because I like margaritas. I just don't like paying restaurant prices for them. I mean, you can ask for no salt on the glass squid. Borderlands 4 is coming out in a few months, and Dan, you want to pre-order it? I mean, if it's your thing, go for it, you know? Like I said, we all have our thing. We all have our thing. What's got you on the fence, Nick? Boom, ba bum, 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 ba bum, ba bum, ba bum, bum, bum. Sonic's 34th anniversary. Interesting. You dress as Handsome Jack for Borderlands for Halloween? That's awesome, Squid. I know Book really likes Borderlands. I've watched her play it. I never really got into it. I've considered playing it though. I forget which one it is. There's a Borderlands game that's available through Game Pass, and I've thought about getting it and trying it. You see no gameplay, know nothing about the Vault Hunters or the story. How can you be on the fence when you don't know anything about it? I feel like on the fence was the wrong choice of words. That I do, Mika. That I do. Time for Squid to get fucked. up. Oh my god, squids. Pitchfork backpedal hard about the price tag or the quality of the game. I wouldn't worry too much about that, Nick, because like there's been a lot of talk recently about games going up in price because the cost of production has gotten a lot higher. And so like all the new Nintendo games are going up. GTA 5 is going to be going up, everything else. But everybody is like definitely reacting negatively to the price increases. So I think like, you know, some developers are wanting to up the price. They just don't want to be the one that sets the standard. You know what I mean? I think they're waiting for a larger studio or a bigger named game to set that standard so that they can follow along with it and be like, well, every other game is this price, so our game is this price. Also, guys, definitely was a good idea to not do Resident Evil tonight. I was like debating it, like I said I wasn't going to, and then I was really wanting to play it, and I was like, maybe I will. And now that I'm actually streaming, I'm like, yeah, tonight was not the night to start Resident Evil. My brain is just not with it. I really need to have some sleep and have my energy fully stocked and ready to go before I do some shit like that. Black Ops 2 is 13 years old. You go to get something for like $10, but it's permanently 60 on Steam. That's fucking insane. Timekeeper BO4 is talking about. Should be better than the clip difference. Don't know. I don't know anything about that. Point out that Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be 70 instead of 80, which has me thinking. Well, I mean, it's still like. I feel like Nintendo threw the 80 out there just to see how people would react. And then went, okay, we'll make it 70, just so that people would be like, oh, good, it's not 80, instead of bitching about it being 70. I feel like 70 was their plan all along. Are you sure it was always set to 70? Because all the reports I saw early on about the Switch 2 games had them all at 80. So maybe Nintendo didn't officially say they were going to be 80, but they definitely leaked that information that it was going to be 80. So I feel like there was a bit of a psyops there by Nintendo. It's because of Mario Kart World? Maybe. Whether it was intentional on their part or not, it definitely worked. Because everybody was freaking out about the $80 price tag. And I don't really see too many people complaining about the $70 price tag. So whether it was intentional on their part or not, it was effective. But I mean, it's unfortunate and it's sad, but at the end of the day, like, games are gonna go up in price. They have to. Like, everything else has got more expensive. Inflation's crazy. Like, these studios are gonna have to start charging more, or they're gonna not be able to produce. And if we want the quality of the games to keep going up, and we want the games to be bigger and more involved and everything else, they're gonna have to raise the prices. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me on Mario Kart World. I'm saying actually it looks to be worth the $80 price point if you like Mario Kart, of course. I would agree with you on that, Ren. From everything I've seen, you know, I would say $80 is a reasonable price for the game. I don't know if, like, I'm going to, when I get my Switch 2, I will get Mario Kart. I will pay the $80 for it. I don't know that I'm going to get $80 out of the game, because I don't know that I'm going to play that much of it. Dude, Nick, limoncello is actually really good. It's a super underrated liquor. Just buy the bundle. Well, if I can find the bundle, Ran, that's going to be the question. Like, now that the initial run is over, they're not really that easy to find, so... We'll see what I can find next month when I've got the extra money for it and go from there. Switch you run like it does. That's right, the games are expensive on it. Have to optimize the game to run at the highest quality it can is a lot of work. That's what I'm saying, Squid. Like, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but with the way games are and like how much goes into them now, it's wild that they're still $60. It really is. There's just so much more that goes into them. Help the quality of the Borderlands games that were ported to the Switch. Cell shaded, but their games suck on poor systems. I mean, but that's the thing, Nick, right? Like, a lot of these games now, unless they're Nintendo exclusives, they're meant to run on a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, meant to run on modern PCs. And those kinds of hardware are capable of so much more than a Switch is. FIFA game came out marketed at $70 and everyone lost it, so shocked that everyone is whining. I mean, nobody likes it when prices go up. Like, let's be real. It's not a fun thing when you have to pay more money for something. Oh, not shocked. Gotcha. But it's going to be one of those things. Games are going to go up in price. And people are just going to have to get used to it. If you don't want to pay the money, don't buy the game. Like, it's going to become that easy. Now, the one thing I will say, I've never been a fan of the fact that digital copies are the same price as physical copies. I've always felt like you should get a discount, even if it's $5 on the digital copy, because they don't have to do all the shit of putting it onto a disc or a cartridge. They don't have to do the packaging for it. They don't have to ship it. So I've always felt like the digital copies should have a slight discount, but that's my own soapbox. Also want to spend hundreds in these sports games to get a specific athlete or team. I mean, and that's the thing, is it's like the microtransactions have definitely helped keep the overall game prices lower, because these companies have figured out that they can just charge you for battle passes and all this other stuff and just make money indefinitely off the game. Which there's certain games I don't mind it in, and there's a lot of games where I hate it. Like, when it's purely cosmetic, I'm okay with it. Have all the microtransactions you want. If people want to spend their money to have their character look different than the other person, fine. But when being able to play the game at a high level has nothing to do with skill and is only about how much money you're willing to spend on the game, I hate that. Oh, you're back on Fatal Bullet, Mika? I know you, well, you were playing, what, Phantasy Star for a little bit, right? Apex or Fortnite, they're free games. Sure, they have the prettiest or the best running. They squeeze money out of you with cosmetics or whatever. Right, but the thing with that is, again, like, the cosmetics and stuff are just that. Like, it's like League of Legends. Like, the cosmetics don't help you win. Right? You can spend no money on any of that shit and still be competitive in those games. And that's where I don't mind microtransactions. But when you look at games like Destiny, where if you don't spend money, like, you can't play the game properly, I hate it. You jump between SAO and Phantasy Star? Gotcha. Hoping to see connections to Star Fox. Dude, I would love to see Star Fox come back. I would also love to see another F-Zero game. But if we could get a new Star Fox game on the Switch too, that would be amazing. You never played any F-Zero games? They were pretty cool little racing games. They were like futuristic racing games where you were in like cars that hovered instead of having wheels. So think of like Mario Kart when like the wheels come up under you and you kind of hover and stick to the course. F-Zero was basically that. Oh, what's that, Ren? Closest was F-Zero 99. Yeah, it wasn't really a good F-Zero experience. Subscription-based gaming, and it's going to be Microsoft's fault. I mean, I definitely see the subscription-based gaming being a thing, and honestly, I'm okay with it. Because I think subscription-based gaming is going to be good for your smaller indie studios and stuff like that, where they can get their game put on Game Pass and let people play it there without having to pay for the game itself. It'll be like a great way to really advertise it. Yeah, see, locking features behind a paywall I'm not a fan of. But I don't mind subscription gaming. I don't mind it. Already have to PlayStation, you have to subscribe to PS Plus to play the old games on the new consoles. I mean, Nintendo kind of has that too, Squid, with the online consoles where you have to pay the subscription to access them, so... I mean, but like, having to pay for the old games, like PlayStation and Nintendo, I don't really like that so much. But like the Xbox Game Pass... yeah, Prince, it is hot outside everywhere. Half sure not every game requires PS5 PS Plus, just a lot of them. And for the price, I think it was worth it. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, F-Zero races are literally skill to avoid death. That is true, Mika. Like, F-Zero really was one of those games. You had to know what the fuck you were doing. What's going on, GB? But like, I've got Xbox Game Pass and I've been very happy with subscribing to it. There's been a lot of games that I never would have played if they weren't on Game Pass, because I wouldn't have been willing to spend the $10, $20 on the game, but because I could just jump on Game Pass and play it, I ended up trying the game out, you know what I mean? And so like, that's good for smaller studios and stuff. Care of us, do I have it? I think so, Prince. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I got it from a Dynamax adventure. Your letter that says you're mentally stable enough for top surgery was accepted by your first pick of surgery. Not to do is insurance. Hell yeah, Squids, let's go. Plus was Doom Eternal, right, Nick? Like, and even games I would have paid for, like Oblivion, I 100% would have paid for that game the moment it released, but it was available on Game Pass, so I was able to save my money there. I didn't have to go out and spend the money on the game itself. It was just there on Game Pass. You know? So there's been a lot of games like that where I would have spent the money and then I ended up not having to. So I'm okay with the subscription-based gaming as long as the subscription fees stay reasonable. Raises their prices, and then we have the Netflix of gaming. I mean, that's the thing we have to watch out for, Ren, is like, but that's going to be a consumer thing, right? Like, eventually they're going to price themselves out of the market. When the price has to remain at a point where it makes sense financially for people to keep it. If the price goes up too much, everybody's going to drop the subscription. I do not have Carablast? Really? Fuck, I don't have Carablast. That's right. I got it confused. I was thinking the Evo. I was thinking the evolution for Carablast. That's right. Carablast is going to be coming up in the near future as a Masuda hunt. I'm going to be doing Masuda for Carablast here in the near future. Which age of gaming is that, Ren? Send the shinies on go. You got over your little break. We got Furfuro, JMO, Electric, and Snubble. Nice, GB. Yo, what up, Derpy? Physical gaming. I mean, to be fair though, Ren, that was kind of a natural evolution. Like, that was kind of expected. Like, you know, you look at it from a PC side where PCs nowadays don't even come with a disk drive. So most like PC gamers have been doing digital copies for a while now. And from the console side, there's only so much data that you can put on a cartridge or a disc. And trying to improve that technology to fit more data onto it when you can download the game in a couple of minutes doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And it lowers production costs and everything else. Yeah, Squid, if you have to do a custom PC nowadays if you want to have a disk drive. So at least if you want one that's, you know, built in. If you want to get an external one, that's a different story, but then you're gonna have to deal with transfer speeds and shit. So yeah, I mean, getting away from physical copies was kind of a natural evolution that was very expected. I'm kind of torn on it. The new Outer Worlds 2 isn't gonna have a physical copy. Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, most people do the digital copies now anyway. Like, I don't know a lot of people that get the physical copies. Oh, we needed the disc to play computer games. Yeah, I had to do that for South Park, Same Class, and good old Pajama Sam's. Nick, remember like the old, like back in the day when you'd get Final Fantasy for Pete, and it would have like 5 different discs that you would have to like cycle through in order to play. The game would pause and be like, insert disc 3, and you put in disc 3 and it would play the cinematic, and then be like, insert disc 2, and you'd put disc 2 back in to play the game. But yeah, like when you have games that are that large, that kind of shit is starting to happen, where you're needing multiple DVDs in order to play the game. Either figure out a new medium to put the data on, or you just go to digital downloads. Exactly, Squid. They really are. And for Nintendo, the cartridges, those little cartridges cannot hold the required information for a Switch 2 game. They just can't. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid needed to, like, I will miss having the physical game and going to my shelf and grabbing the case off the shelf and everything else. I will miss that, but going to full digital just makes sense. And I will say, like, I've resisted a lot of the digital conversion back in my day. Downloaded the games you want as you play it as soon as it comes out. Exactly, Derp. That's the normal now. And like, I initially resisted the digital transition. You know, I was initially one of those people who was very much like, no, like, I want the hard copy of the book. I want to smell the pages. Like, I want the hard copy of the game. I want to have the case. But now I'm like, you know, the more, like, when I look at, like, the amount of space that just like my book collection takes up. And then I look at my tablet that has double the number of books on it. And I'm like, it definitely helps with the clutter and stuff. If I have to move or whatever, like I don't have to worry about any of this shit. I just pack the tablet. I've come around a lot. Yeah, see, I have the digital only Xbox, the Series S. That's the one I have. So, but what were you saying, Ren? You said, hold on, hear me out, and they didn't say anything. The whole thing Nintendo's doing with cartridges having download keys and say the actual game is for large games to have physical copy. Yeah. It's to give you the nostalgia feel, right? You have the cartridge, blah, 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 but the cartridge doesn't mean anything. It's literally just the download key. So like it is a good way to do it, but know that you've come around. Oh God, GB. But you can't really do that with, well, I guess you could do that with discs, but from a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to produce this item, package it, ship it, everything else, just to trick people into thinking they're not getting a digital copy. You know, I played Titanfall. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I thought I would love Titanfall based on what I saw of it, but when I played it, I wasn't a fan. What about explaining the whole thing about it wrong, I believe? I don't know that they did. I think they tried to like not fully admit what was going on with the cartridges, and people caught them out on it when they should have just been honest. Same, Nick. I loved Apex, but it's so full of cheaters now that it's not fun to play. Squid, remember when I went on my Apex kick on stream and I played like multiple streams where it was like 12 hours of just Apex? I went on this like whole Apex training arc and just played the fuck out of it for weeks. But I got so frustrated with all the cheaters. Everyone either moved on or blacklisted you. That sucks, Nick. I will say, like, online games are definitely better when you have people to play with instead of randoms. Anything you play, you just get in like lobbies with masters, even though I've only made it to platinum. Dude, I don't get that. I end up in bronze lobbies, but I end up in bronze lobbies full of fucking cheaters. So it's like, oh, you're bronze, but you just hit me with 8 consecutive headshots from an R301 from across the map. But you're bronze. Really? You had to explain to her who Fuse was. That's what I didn't play with you and your sister. See, I don't even mind playing with the Smurfs rank, because you play against the Smurfs, they're actually using tactics and strategies and stuff where you can learn from them and be like, oh shit, I should have did what that guy did. What he did makes sense. He outplayed me. But when they're just cheating, it's like, well, what the fuck was I supposed to do? See, I tried Marvel Rivals, Nick, and to me, it was just Overwatch with Marvel characters. And it was like, if I wanted to play Overwatch, I would just fucking play Overwatch. Like, I don't need you to trick me into playing Overwatch by giving me a Spider-Man skin. Overwatch was so much better originally. And then it just got weird. I've never actually played Helldivers, Nick. But Helldivers is one of those games, like, you kind of need friends to play. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't have friends. Yeah, I get your situation, Nick. But there's definitely a lot of games I would like to play more of. Like, it really was... It made me sad when, like, Among Us was big, because that game was one I would have loved to have played, but I just didn't know anybody. Like, I didn't have any friends to play it with, so I never got to play it. Games are real boring quick when you don't have friends playing your... Yeah, exactly. What's worse, the Overwatch community or the Marvel Rivals community? They're both bad. Dude, any kind of, like, online game like that has a horrible community. I mean, at least you can take some personal accountability on that, Nick. Most people don't. Most people just sit there and talk shit about everybody else and how they're fucking idiots and blah, blah, blah. And never actually sit down and be like, you know what? I kind of fucked that. Most people don't have that ability, so props to you. You don't mean the toxic part? Wait, which part do you mean then, Ren? Hey, you know what? I'm one of those people, as long as I can legitimately tell you're making an effort, I let a lot of shit slide. It's when it doesn't feel like you're making an effort that I'm like, all right, enough is enough. The Undertale community is toxic? Really? Oh, see, I don't mind that stuff, Ren. Like, hey, what's going on, Caro? Like, because I don't look into that stuff. If I'm playing a game, I just play the game. So if there's like a whole R34 community, I honestly don't even know it exists. And if I know it exists, it's because somebody told me it does. So like, that stuff doesn't bother me. Oh, dear God, Squid, that's wild. Back for usual Monday night meetings. Very nice, Caro. Just losing my mind on these hunts. The devs creating swimsuits for the characters is just feeding into it. Yeah, I can see that. And it's like, you know, I don't buy into all the gooner bait shit. Like, I don't get, like, so I tend to ignore it, but I also get, like, if that shit, if it makes you uncomfortable or you just don't like it or whatever, then... like, you're fully entitled to feel that way and not play the game then, you know? And that's on the devs. Like, if the devs want to make that kind of content and support that kind of content and feed into the gooner stuff, then that's their choice to do that, and they're accepting that they're going to lose players because of it. Overly defensive gooners over a semi. Dude, if anybody gets overly defensive over shit like that, that's just my sign that they don't need to be around. Like, you want a goon, fine, go ahead, goon, do your thing, but just have that be your thing. Don't make that my problem. And that's just anything in general. Like, my philosophy in life is, you do what you gotta do, just leave me the fuck out of it. When you start making it my problem, that's when you get deleted. Oh God, Riley. But yeah, you know, do your thing. I'll do my thing. End the story. Like, but when you get all defensive about it that somebody doesn't like, you know, the over-sexualized character or something, why are you getting defensive over it? Just feel like, well, I like it and fucking move on. No need to get defensive over anime titties. Oh, I will say, speaking of anime titties, it's always fun. I'll be like watching a new show, and Book will come in, like, say, like, just like talk to me or whatever, and she'll look at the screen and just be like, what the fuck are you watching? because it's always the same. I'll be watching a new show and she'll walk in right at the fan service part, and I have to sit there and explain, like, look, I know it looks bad, but here's what I'm watching. This scene, this isn't the show. So I'm feeling the limoncello. Tolerance has dropped a bit. Go easy on it then, Nick. Grandma walked in the other, was watching a stream. I was watching a stream and I didn't mute fast enough. You said fuck, and she went, well, that's not very nice language. I mean, to be fair, Squid, when am I not saying fuck? Smart play, Nick. Smart play. We're just discussing, Kara, I don't know how to word it. We're discussing people getting defensive about fan service and acting like they have the moral high road because they enjoy scantily clad animations. You have more Long Island iced tea? I have not. I have drank a lot of Long Island iced teas in my time, though. Fruits Basket, Ace Attorney, and Pokemon. Fruits Basket is a good choice, though. I like that show. I need to watch the most recent season of it. I fell behind, but I actually really enjoyed that one. Hey. Christian, thank you for the raid, buddy. Much appreciate. Welcome in, Raiders. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh God, Christian, are you still on the Eevee? Are you really still on that? Please tell me. Please say psych. Say psych right now. Oh my God, dude. I'm so sorry. Try explaining watching Big Mouth and Grandma. Oh God. Christian, I'm so sorry, bud. If it makes you feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, in Sword and Shield, over my last 17,500 encounters, I've gotten a grand total of 1 shiny. So if that makes you feel a little bit better about your life, we're both going through it, dude. I don't know what to tell you. We are both on the struggle bus. And it is absolutely wild. That normally how that kind of shit works too. Dude, I don't know what's been going on lately. Like, I'm in the same boat as you. I just can't buy a shiny. It's been really horrible, like, the last couple of, like, I would say the last 2 months. Like, I just keep going these crazy ass long hunts over and over again. But I say, dude, I seriously can't believe you're still on that Eevee. Oh my God, dude. Oh, that, like, I feel so bad for it, especially because it's BDSP. And it's just such a, like, not fun game to shiny hunt in to begin with. And then just be stuck there for that long is horrible. Oh, dude. I really feel for you, man. It pisses me off is when it involves the players, something BS the game itself, or voice acting. I don't know. I get very. I had to like really try to like tone myself down because I used to get so salty over games, and I literally just had to sit down and have a conversation with myself, like, Arthur, you're an adult now. You need to stop acting like a 5-year-old when you're playing video games. It's not healthy. Damn, Christian, I'm so sorry to hear that, man, though. I really hope you get that thing soon, bud. I really do. Thank you again for the raid, though, man. I appreciate you coming in. Ugh. I feel gross just thinking about your hunt. I don't know how else to word it. But thank you for distracting me from the Gooner conversation. That was appreciated. Yeah, I mean, when you get bad voice acting in a game, it's a thing. This will punch if you win at Mario Party, like not as a joke. She'll reel back and punch you. God damn, Squid. I thought this gave me up, but Siege played it. I have not played that one, Nick. I haven't even seen anybody play it. I know nothing about that game. Come on. Come on. Pumpkaboo in the chat. Where's Jake when you need a siege expert? Yeah, where did Jake go? Listen here, Riley. Yeah, I know nothing about Siege at all. I've never, like, I think I may have heard of it at some point, but I don't remember hearing about it. I'm pretty sure somebody's brought it up at some point. I definitely need to start playing some different games, though. I can't just sit here and play Pokemon all the time. I need something new in my life. It's like Counter-Strike, but with lots of gadgets. See, that definitely sounds right up Jake's alley. He enjoys games like that more than I do. Every character has their own ability. It's so very Apexy then. Just a big update. Now the game is free to play. Interesting. I have noticed more and more devs going to like the free to play model. Which I'm kind of like iffy on. Like, there's some free to play games that I'm like, all right, this is cool. But there's a lot of games where I'm like, I wish they would just charge me for the game instead of making me pay for all this extra shit later. Very small scale. Think of like search and destroy, but defense is a lot. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, like Destiny 2. Like, even like World of Warcraft back in the day, like buying the game and then having to pay the monthly subscription was annoying. But like, I understood it because you have all these players, you have to like maintain the servers, and you were constantly getting updates outside of expansions. And so I was like, all right, paying the service fee monthly isn't that horrible. I can accept it. Nick, from everything I've heard from Destiny players, that was the best idea you ever had. I've had a lot of people try to convince me to play Destiny 2, but I've watched gameplay of it and it just doesn't interest me. Because I know I'm not going to spend like money on it, and it's just not gonna be fun. So I just don't play it. Like, I don't know. Pre-order the first test, you got a poster with concept art, finish it in 3 days. God damn. Fucking speedrunning Destiny is wild. Wait, it was just that short a game, Nick? It wasn't even like you were trying to do it. It was just that short a game? Speedrun a job? I have a job, Riley. I don't know what you're talking about. It was long before the expansions? Ah, so it was just the base game was really short then. You're saying in general? Okami, since you always like mythology. I don't know that game, Caro. I'm not familiar with that one. Hard to explain, but the art style is amazing. Huh. It was an underrated Capcom hit. Interesting. See, but again, like stuff like that goes back to why I like the subscription services like Game Pass. Because a lot of those smaller games that maybe would slip through have a chance to gain traction through the subscription service, you know? I had to look up what a kitsune was. Monster is another example of an online game I wish I had people to play with. I've looked at Monster Hunter. I've thought about getting into it. I'm unsure about it. Hey, what up, Jack? How was work tonight? Nah, not true, Caro. Great game, better with friends or feet shields. See, that's what I've heard about it. I've heard people say it's better with friends. Same with Ark. Apparently Ark is supposed to be way better when you have people to play with. I tried Ark and I enjoyed it, but it just didn't feel right playing it alone. But I would love to play Ark more. Start a new file and get a new shiny charm and then restart. Jack, it might be faster at this point. I mean, I'm definitely not chilling. I'm losing my goddamn mind with these hunts, but you know, we don't need to talk about that. You can't do the mainline monster again. The way they wail and cry when you kill the monsters is too much as an animal lover. The spin-off is more your speed. Huh. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I get the concept of meat shields, Nick. Stories more akin to RPGs, what the core games are all about. That's right. Trying to think. Time to defeat Cynthia and Shining Pearl. Best of luck to you, Jack. She's a huge pain in the ass, so good luck. You're gonna need it. I think if I get a shiny tonight, I think tomorrow night, I work on the I go back to the Shining Pearl Nuzlocke to take a break from shiny hunting. I think that's a good idea. And then I think maybe this weekend we start Resident Evil if I can get some sleep. Like Friday or Saturday, maybe start Resident Evil. All I know is I need to start getting fucking sleep. This whole 3-4 hours of broken sleep a night, it's starting to fuck with me. I mean, I don't believe it's a vitamin squid, but I would agree it's important. Like, I'm kind of tempted to just grab my bottle of whiskey right now and just drink a bunch of it and see if that helps me sleep tonight. Just get like really drunk over the next hour and pass out. See if that works. Go for it, you're an adult. Am I though? Am I really an adult? Like, let's be real. I mean, I know technically I am. But am I really? You're not. Thanks, Jack. I knew I could count on you to agree with me. You know what's weird? The fucking emolga caught up to the shelmet and passed it, and ever since it got just over the encounter rate for the shelmet, they've kind of like started tying each other, where it's not really getting any more ground on it. It like caught up super quick, and then it's just staying there now. Super weird how that worked. Like, I don't know why suddenly the shelmet or the emolgas are taking so much longer that they're not gaining ground. Maybe it's all these can't get away, can't get away, can't get away that are suddenly happen. See, my nose is just always itchy, Squid. I look like a fucking cokehead. I'm like constantly having to like rub my nose because it's like itching me. Stretch the neck, stretch the neck. Dude, am I really gonna hit 4K on both of these hunts? Like, that would be absolutely wild if both hunts went 4K. Like, oh my god, the amount of bad luck involved in that would be wild. The high power is 97. Oh god, Kara, that is gross. The high here tomorrow is gonna be 95, but it's gonna be very humid. Squid. If both go 4K, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. It's in the evening. Hopefully none of your kiddos get overheated. Hopefully not. Let me see. What is... Let me see. Let's see. Oh, lovely. Um, let me see something real quick. Hang on. I'm looking something up. Yeah, the heat index tomorrow is going to be 113. Hey, you should appreciate what you get, squids. Yeah, 113 is going to be the heat index tomorrow. Isn't that fucking insane? Fuck you, squid. Dear God. You had to say that? 6K is more than reasonable than 4K for both to throw in 2 weeks notice. Dude, if I had 6K on both of these, I will put in my 2 weeks notice. Oh God, Jack, that is, oh. Ouch. I'm so sorry. Lucario alone just soloed your team? Holy hell. They're all, why would you go in with an entire team weak to Lucario? Did you not look at what she had? Doesn't she fight you with a Lucario or show you her Lucario earlier in the game? Very happy for you, Kero. Very happy for you. My rage just swept the Mets very recently. Jack, did you just have a stroke while trying to type? It's not just about the money, it's about the Mets. Although, to be fair, if the Lucario wiped out your team, the guard shop probably would have done it if Lucario didn't, so... went to see your head in the freezer. Nothing at all, Nick. You didn't miss anything. Just a lot of shit talking. Yeah, Nick, did you bring enough ice cream for the rest of the class? Did you? Exactly, Nick. You ate ice cream earlier, so you're chilling. You're at whole class, you just whip out a whole ass turkey. I think I did. I'm trying to remember. I feel like in high school I did something similar where I had something and the teacher said something like try to be funny, like was bring enough for everybody, and I was like, actually, I do have enough for everybody, and they were just like, no, put it away. You forgot the whipped cream, but you put strawberry sauce on it. Nice. Also, we're in the 3800s for emolga now, which is really gross to say. You have vanilla downstairs, but it's too far away and I'm comfy. Dude, Squid, that's me all the time where I'm like, I'm hungry, but the kitchen's too far away. I'll just not eat. I don't want to get up. There's a reason why you named your guard shop Rage at PLA, and Scarlet Cynthia's the reason why she wasn't an issue for you. Yeah, Cynthia was a pain in the ass when I did BDSP. The heat is sort of kept. Oh, damn, Nick. Yeah, that's not fun. Oats and honey granola bar. Ooh, look at Kara with the healthy snack. It was fun today. So like my boss is in town because my boss lives out in Kansas City, but he's in town for the project kickoff this week. So we went and had lunch today, and I got a Celsius with my lunch, and he was like giving me shit about how unhealthy it is, and I'm like, look, dude, I drink like water and beer, like the only two things I typically drink. I rarely buy shit like this. Like, I drink water all day and then have a couple beers at night. My boss just started laughing. He's like, well, is the beer mostly water? I'm like, yeah, it's super cheap beer, like Bud Light and shit. He's like, okay, so you just drink water. I'm like, exactly. So give me my 1 Celsius today to try to get through this. Squid. You didn't have work tomorrow, you'd probably take a trip to your parents' house to go swimming. I mean, what time do you have work, Nick? Late afternoon. You have time to go swim. Just busted your parents' pool at 6 a.m. Dude, that's some kind of shit drunk me would have done back in the day. I wonder if I could find it. There was this one comedian, I was watching his special, and he was talking about how he was friends with a pitcher from the Detroit Tigers. Hey, Jack, sometimes you just gotta cheese it. But it was like a weird thing, like they were at an event together and they started talking and became friends. And so he was doing a show one night and the Tigers happened to be playing in the same city. So the pitcher calls him up and is like, hey, me and the boys are gonna go grab a beer after the game. You wanna come with us? So he's out hanging out with all these like pitchers from the Detroit Tigers, and they're at this bar, and there's like this table next to them that's like clearly somebody, like not next to them, but near them. There's like clearly somebody special, and they're like, who is that? And so they asked the waitress is like, oh, that's Mumford and Sons. They're in town for a concert. So like the pitcher like buys a bottle for Mumford and Sons, and it turned out to be like the band other than Mumford. It was like everybody else but the main guy. And so they came over to like thank them for the bottle, and then somehow they got on the topic of beer pong, and the Mumford and Sons people were trying to tell the professional baseball players who get paid millions of dollars to throw balls in very specific places that they could beat them in beer pong. And so it turns into this whole fucking argument in the bar. At which point the comedian says he's like fully aware of the fact that the band and the players have like entire floors of hotel rooms to themselves. He's like, no, he's like, I know this fully, so I throw out an idea expecting the answer to be like, hey, we appreciate it, but we're gonna go back to the hotel and do this, is what he's expecting. So he was in the town where his parents live, and so he's like, hey, my parents live down the road, we got a table in the basement, we can go play beer pong there. And instead of them being like, nah, let's go do it at the hotel, Mumford and Sons and the Detroit Tigers pitching staff are like, fuck yeah, we're going to your parents' house. So dude rocks up to his parents' house at like 1 o'clock in the morning with the Detroit Tigers pitching staff and most of Mumford and Sons, calls his sister on the way and is like, hey, you need to get back to Mom and Pa's place. Shit's about to go down. And so they're just up all night playing fucking beer pong. His sister ends up in her prom dress. It ends up being a weird ass night. And in like the middle of the night, like 3 or 4 in the morning, his dad comes downstairs like, what the fuck is going on down here? And like his dad had to be like at work at 8 in the morning. So his dad's like pissed because he's been woken up by these drunk assholes. And as the dad's like freaking out on him, he starts looking around the room in the basement and he's like recognizing faces, but he's like half asleep. So he's like, he doesn't quite figure it out. So the guy goes up to his dad and he's like, Dad, this is Justin Verlander, most of the Detroit Tigers pitching staff, and effectively Mumford and Sons, minus Mumford. And the dad just goes, fucking what? That? Keep it down, and walks away. And so they play all night. The dad gets up in the morning and goes to work. And the guy feels horrible that he did this to his dad. Like, he feels like an asshole. So, like, he has the whole apology planned out for when his dad gets home. And he's gonna, like, apologize, take him out to a nice dinner. He's gonna try and make it up to him. And the dad comes home in, like, the greatest mood he's ever been in. And looks at him and goes, let me tell you something, buddy. I fucking hated you this morning. And he's like, yeah, I figured you would. Why are you so happy? He's like, cuz I went into work this morning looking like absolute shit from not sleeping all night because of you. And everybody at the office was like, the fuck happened to you? And I had to bitch to everybody about my dumbass son who fucking was up all night drunk playing beer pong with Justin Verlander. And now I'm the coolest guy in the fucking office. It was one of the great, like, it was like, I fucking love that story because it's such a great fucking story, but it also sounds like some shit I would tell. That literally sounds like an Arthur story. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, like I was out at this place and I met this guy and it turned out to be this guy. We ended up doing all this shit. And like, I got home at 8 o'clock in the morning and Book was seriously pissed off at me. Like, it sounds like something that would happen to me. And I think I just love it because, like, so much, because it's like, finally, somebody else that has that kind of shit happen to them. It's not just me. I'm not the only one who does this shit. I'll tell you, the one I really wish I could figure out was the band I met back when I was in high school. I have no idea who they were. And it's always bugged me that I could never remember the band. It also, it never makes sense to me why I have stories like that, because I'm not a social person. I'm not really approachable. I'm pretty antisocial. I'm just not that guy. And so it's always so weird to me that I just end up in these situations where I end up with these stories because I leave the house fucking once a month outside of going to work. And somehow I have shit like this happen to me where I know people who are very social, who go out all the time and are always doing stuff, and nothing ever happens to them. Like, their going out stories are always like, yeah, so like, I went to this like really high-end bar where like famous people always go, and nobody was there, and I had a couple drinks and I came home. Like, that's their story. Then my story is like, yeah, I was at this random ass dive bar that my friend was like, we should check this place out. And like, for some reason, this like rock star was there, and I ended up doing a couple shots with him, and then I went home. I don't know. I've led a very strange life. I don't know how else to explain it. I think one of my, like, I didn't meet anybody, but what, like, really fun moment when I was a kid. Once he had, there was a guy sitting next to you that I guess hasn't seen the animated movies and was audibly reacting to everything, so it was funny. That would be funny to me too. Like, just having some grown ass man next to me, just, oh my god, what? Oh. But no, when I was a kid, I had been in middle school, and my dad was a plumber, and every now and then he would do side jobs on the weekends, and I would go and help him out on the jobs, and he'd pay me a little bit for, you know, spending money. It was like essentially doing chores with him, you know. Hunger Games Catching Fire was filmed next to your high school. I remember some friends wanted to try and be extras. That would have been cool. Same jacket. Needs to hurry up and come out. So there's one weekend my dad was like, hey, I've got to go do this job. Do you want to come with me? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go today. And he's like, yeah, I wasn't really asking. You sure don't want to go on this job with me? And I was like, all right, if you really need my help, I'll come with you. Like, whatever. So we go, and it's like this house, like up in like the back country in like Greenwich, Connecticut. It's this really big, nice house, like out in the fucking woods, like. And I'm like, well, goddamn, this is a nice fucking house, you know? So we go in. And as we're going to like where the work he needs to do is, we pass by this room, and it's like it wasn't really the living room. It was more of like I don't even know how to describe it. It was set up like a living room, but it wasn't their main living room. It was like an extra living room, but it had like this massive TV, and the entire room was just wall to wall New York Giants memorabilia. Just everywhere was New York Giants stuff. And I like made an offhand comments to my dad like, wow, this guy really likes the Giants, doesn't he? And my dad was like, I mean, I would hope so. He's one of their coaches. I mean, man cave, I guess, but it was set up more like a living room than a man cave. But it was just such a funny thing because I was like, man, he really likes the Giants. And my dad just, oh, well, yeah, I mean, he's their coach. I would hope so. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, no, this is the coach of the New York Giants. It was like, it was like one of the assistant coaches. And I was like, hold on, what? And he's like, yeah, I don't actually need your help with this job. I just thought you'd like to see this. I just thought it'd be cool for you to see. You can just have a seat on the couch and watch TV. This I'm only gonna be here like an hour or two. And I just sat on the fucking couch and watched TV at the New York Giants coach's house. I agree, Jack. Shangri-La needs to be more popular. You're looking at Pokemon PC, you notice you have Magnemite. Is that an odd thing to have there, Dirt? Two actors email you back before? Nice, Caro. The PCG Magnemite. What's the difference? Derp. I didn't know there was a special Magnemite. Same, Jack. It's gonna be so good. It has a cool design. Interesting. Based on where season 2 ended, Jack, I would agree with you. I definitely would agree with you on that. Jordan, nothing yet, buddy. Mucho sadness. There's a lot of good anime coming out this summer. I'm very excited for the lineup. I just need time to watch it all. How do I study theater in college with no experience? I'm somewhere, and he said, you find what you enjoy and you'll have tons of support behind you despite no experience. Actually, like, it sounds simple, but it sounds very spot on as well, Caro. Yeah, I've been feeling that way too, Jordan. YouTube we liked a couple years ago. It gave you the confidence to go out and transfer your grandparents. DM them on Twitter saying thank you, and he actually messaged you back saying like, super happy for you, good luck with everything. Aw, that's very sweet. But is there the first 12 episode arc for this one and the rest of the boss fight? It should happen. Yeah, I'm with you, Jack. It should be the main focus of the next season. Imagine you have the red and blue in the magnet part. Well, PC magnet, it's flashing a rainbow color. Interesting. I'll have to look and see if I have that. Jordan, Shangri-La Frontier. I just like in the show how like all the people he knows from other games just start slowly joining him. Didn't have a theater program club, and they got the program after you graduated. Your only exposure at the time was seeing one of your friends perform. I mean, but that's the whole point of like a theater school, you know what I mean? Is to learn and gain that experience there. So like not having it going in isn't gonna completely stop you from getting in. You actually know that one, Jordan? It's a good show. Have you watched it? I found it very entertaining. It felt odd being at first. Say all your friends knew what they were doing. That's overrated. Everybody had to start somewhere, Caro. You're trying to fight for a drum from in high school, had to meet with the principal and everything was sad, but you never went anywhere. That sucks, Squid. Yes, I am, Jack. I'm on YouTube and Twitch tonight. It's on your list. Well, get to it, Jordan. It's a good show. Wait, they had a fight for a basketball team? Really? I thought that would be a more, like, standard thing to have. Also, Jordan, you keep forgetting to drop a like on the stream. If you're gonna pop in, make sure you drop that like. It helps me out a lot. Yeah, I've been dual streaming a lot lately, Jack, and using the multiple platforms to try to grow the community a little bit more, you know? Jordan, Little Squid Boy on Twitch said, yeah, Jordan, get your shit together. Very small. Oh, damn, Kara. That is a very small class. I thought mine was small, and we had like 200. Jordan, don't try to play the tough guy. You know you're not. You had 8 seniors when you were a freshman? That is wild. Holy shit. That is a small school. Private school for students with learning. Ah, okay, Kara, that makes more sense then. Jack. But I appreciate you dropping the like, Jordan. I just had to give you shit there. I had about 25 in your graduating class. Honestly, shocked with that many. A lot of them were those yeehaw kids who didn't really care about school. Goddamn. One way to describe them. Something like something you hated since the chaos and drama. Yeah, I would imagine there'd be some issues with a student body like that. That would make a lot of sense. I mean, to be fair, Jack, I know Jordan IRL, so I could be more of a shithead to him than my average viewer. Oh, actually, so that one actually is one I've been meaning to get to, Jordan. I do need to watch that one. I'm just so far behind right now on everything. One of your teachers, though, went to the same college as you, but he needed your science credit, asked you which class I should take since your science wasn't your best subject. That lucked out then, Kara, having somebody you knew. Got a teacher fired or they quit almost every year, who you call calling Mr. Creep, hitting cameras in his room, and oh god, Squid. Yeah, that one deserved it. That one definitely deserved it. We had the same thing, only I would say our teachers weren't nearly as deserving as that one. We were just a bunch of shitheads. Our freshman year was the computer lab teacher. He just could not handle what was going on. He had a lot of issues with our class. There were people like it was on like the 3rd floor and it overlooked the football field. And when he wasn't looking, people would like disconnect keyboards and chuck them out the window onto the football field and shit. Like one guy tried to fucking throw a monitor out the window, but it wouldn't fit. Quit and moved to Turkey. Holy crap, Pope. They left the fucking country because of you guys. The same guy that tried to throw the monitor out of the window was like drunk in class one day, and the teacher wouldn't let him go to the bathroom, so he just got up and went to the back of the room and peed in the corner. Death Metal Chess Club. What? We had a sophomore year was our science teacher. There was nothing like, there weren't any like major stories, but we were just shitty to him the whole fucking year, and he eventually dipped out. Junior year was 2 geometry teachers. 2 geometry teachers in 1 year. Senior English teacher was one of the most hated teachers in the school, and the faculty didn't like her. She took medically the back surgery, came back with a breast reduction. You called her tennis ball tits. Wait, what the fuck? But yeah, junior year, our class was so fucking horrible. The geometry teacher quit in the first quarter of the year. Like, I think he lasted a couple weeks into the year and was like, fuck this shit, and left. And they replaced him with a guy who was a history major. And on the weekends, he was one of like the no-name guys that the WWE would have the main guys kick their ass for the non-televised shows. Spanish teacher, she'll do something the last day. This school sucks. The kids here suck. I want to get as far from all of you that I can. God damn. You order your rage food to Turkey at 3 weeks? Holy fuck. Your was middle of the night. You wanted to take a piss, but for some reason I stopped midway and pissed in the middle of the corridor. Jack, why? But yeah, we made the geometry teacher quit like not even a month into the school year. And so we replaced it with a history major who was a wrestler for WWE. So if you ever watch wrestling, when like the big name guy comes out and his opponent is already in the ring, and instead of having a really cool name, the opponent's name is just like Jeff, and Jeff just completely gets his ass kicked. That was who my fucking geometry teacher was. And then like, it was some no-name guy, Jordan. It was just a guy who got his ass kicked. He was just a jobber. And then like, after he'd been teaching for like a month, he shows up one day with his leg in a cast because apparently he rode a Harley and he laid down the Harley and broke his leg. So he spent the rest of the year in the fucking cast. Transition between sleeping and awake in that state where Sam is being hella drunk. Yes, Jack. Okay, that makes more sense. And by the end of the year, basically the school told him, we appreciate you being here, but you won't be returning. Like, he was such a fucking problem. Like, he couldn't teach for shit, and we just made his life miserable. And so the school basically told him, like, you know, hey, you won't be returning. And he was like, yeah, I wasn't planning on it. He's like, I just needed this job to get through this year, but I'm good. Senior year, I don't remember us driving out any teachers senior year. I think by senior year we had calmed down quite a bit. And then it was a Catholic school, and the priest that we had that was in charge of our school, freshman year, ended up getting arrested by the New York State Police for soliciting a minor. So that was interesting. That was another one of those things where like the kids all knew the guy was a creep from like day one. We were saying he was a creep and like making pedo jokes about him, and everybody, like all the adults, were like telling us off and like telling us it was inappropriate and that it wasn't nice and all this other shit. And then right before the end of the year, he got arrested for being a pedo, and everybody was like, see, we fucking told you. You always sometimes right before lunch we had to learn some gross stuff. That sucks, Caro. Riley, I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. But that priest was a weird guy. So he was, before he was a priest, he was a vice president for like a pretty big company. Like, he was making fucking bank. Like, he was probably pushing $1 million a year. And according to him, he was dating a supermodel, and he gave all that up to go and become a priest. Which, that was super sus right there. That was really weird, and everybody was like, I don't know about this guy. And then he would do like all these weird things with like the boys soccer team, where he would like take them to dinner after games, and like, it just was like very weird. And everybody called it out like, hey, like, this is super weird. Like, why is this going on? And the school was like, no, he's being supportive of the athletic department and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, then he got arrested for being the creeper that we all said he was. And we all felt pretty vindicated. Yeah, Poke, right? It was pretty wild. The guy they brought in to replace him was actually pretty cool. Like, even though I'd pretty much gotten away from religion at that point, the guy they brought in to replace him, I actually really liked that priest. Because he would actually sit there and talk to you and, like, debate and have, like, intelligent adult conversation without like shoving Jesus down your throat about it. He was always very weird, and like, if you couldn't tell, I was already an asshole back then, so I would question him on a lot of stuff, and he never got like pissy with me about it. Like when he first came in, he was trying to like dispel a lot of like the stereotypes about priests and kids and stuff, and he was like, well, you know, when you look at it, a higher percentage of rabbis are caught doing this than priests. And I was like, well, aren't there like a million more priests? So when you look at the percentage difference, there's like thousands more. Like, are the percentages really applicable here? And he was just like, I'm not gonna talk to you. And then after that, like, he was pretty chill with me, even when I would say off the wall shit like that. Yeah, Riley, Michelle comes around every now and then, but not very consistently. It was definitely a lot better than my junior year religion teacher. Was it junior or senior year? It might have been senior year religion teacher. Exactly, Riley. This woman, I fucking hated her. She was the vice principal's wife, and she was like one of those like really like super Jesus-y middle-aged white women with like the short hair. Like, she was like one of the original Karens, but the Jesus version, you know? And she was just such a bitch.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Hydrating. But there was one point in the year I had an A the first half of the year. Everything was going good. First quarter, second quarter, midterm, all A's in her class. Third quarter, we were discussing the difference between a religion and a cult. And I raised my hand, and in the absolute most genius move ever, when I got called on, said, so what you're telling me is the Catholic Church is the most successful cult of all time. And she was like, well, no, because, you know, a cult does this. I'm like, right, and the Catholic Church does this, 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 and this. The only thing it has that doesn't fit with cult is this, which is what makes them the most successful. They've lasted longer. And she got so mad. She failed me on everything the rest of the year, and it almost stopped me from graduating because it didn't matter what I did. She just failed me. Jack, Sylveon Goddess is Michelle. If you ever see Sylveon Goddess in the chat. Like, there was one essay I did where she gave me an F on it. And I was like, why did I get an F on this? And she goes, well, you didn't answer any of the questions that were asked for the essay. And I showed her where in the essay, I literally reworded the question and answered every single question from the sheet. And she went, my grade is final, and walked away. It hasn't really gone anywhere, Jack. Just doesn't come around much anymore. Yeah, see, Carol, the thing with that is when I was younger, I was one of those asshole atheists that just was really shitty towards people for no reason. Now, I will say, like I said, like the priest, I was super chill with him. But like, if you were like one of those like super religious people that like try to shove Jesus down everybody's throat, I was an absolute dickhole to you. I just didn't have the intellectual capacity at 17 to realize, you know, picking a fight with my fucking teacher probably wasn't the greatest idea. And I paid for it because it cost me honor roll that year. Yeah, she was not a fan of me at all. And honestly, I can't blame her. I deserved it. I mean, I didn't deserve her, like, failing me on shit I didn't fail. but I deserved her being a bitch to me. Helping out at functions, gets you out of the house. Nah, that's understandable, Caro. And like, I'm the same. Like, I do a lot of community service stuff, like, especially through my job, every chance I get. I love to, like, do stuff like that and, like, give back and, you know, do charity work and stuff. I'm very much into that stuff, but yeah, I was, I had some issues when I was younger. At times, Jack, at times. I still suck at decision making. Even all these years later, I still have the problem where I don't know when to just shut the fuck up. That is definitely my biggest problem. So actually, here's actually a good one. The freshman year priest that got arrested, he taught religion class freshman year, and I got in trouble in his class one time, and he made me write an essay as punishment. I had to write like a 500-word essay, and I was like, what do I write the essay on? And he's like, I don't care. I just need 500 words from you. You could write it on your left shoe if you want. And so I wrote a 500-word essay on my left shoe, not realizing he was like being sarcastic. And so I turn it in and he reads it and he's just like, Arthur, did you really write a 500-word essay on your left shoe? And I'm like, what? You said write it on your left shoe for all I care. He's like, I was mad. I didn't really mean to write it on your left shoe. That was a joke. And I'm like, oh, well, you said to do that, so I did it. And he's like, you know what? That's my fault. I can't even be mad at you. I'm the one that did this. Here's the even better part. Hang on, let me pull this up real quick. This is what I got in trouble for, okay? I had a like CD player, like a portable one, and I had these little mini speakers for it that I would use like would hang out with my friends and stuff to like play music while we were doing stuff. And so I had this great idea that I would see if I could get away with playing the music in class, like play it just loud enough for the people around my desk to hear it, but not the teacher. Right? That was the whole idea, was the teacher wasn't supposed to hear it. And so I had the CD player and the speakers in my backpack, and I go to turn it on, and instead of the speakers being on a very quiet setting, they were on max volume. And right as the priest pauses, all you hear is this.
Love my niggas, but where's my bitch? Love my niggas, but where's my bitch? Love my niggas, but where's my bitch?
That's all you hear throughout the classroom. And the priest yells, "What the hell is that?" And I'm sitting there like fumbling under my desk, trying to like pause the fucking CD player. And he spots me and he's just like, "Arthur, get up here." Like confiscated all my shit. He was so fucking mad. I was like, I'm sorry. Like my foot hit it. Like I didn't mean to turn it on. And, like try to like fucking lie my way out of it. He was not buying any of it at all. Riley, ask your grandfather. Oh my god. It was like the worst impossible part of the song to play too. Like just that super loud echoing through the classroom. Every kid in the class was fucking dying laughing. They thought it was the funniest shit ever. But he knew I was doing it intentionally because there was like a day or two before he had like kind of heard something, but he was like, didn't know. He's like, what is that? I hear something. And like, there were some other kids in the class that knew what I was doing. And they were like, oh no, like, you know, me and my buddy here, we're just like, you know, practicing beatboxing and like all this random shit. And the team, like, he didn't buy it, but he was like, all right, just stop, and went back to teaching. When your mom, when you were in elementary school, let you use her old portable CD player, sometimes you just hook up the earbuds and listen to CDs instead of your iPod. Dude, those portable CD players were wild. They would skip like crazy and shit. How do you have new random ass stories like those? Been telling random stories for 3 fucking years. Jack, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. Like, I always remember new shit that happened. There's always something else where I'm like, oh yeah, this happened. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't do, like I said, I don't do a lot. I've never been one to do a lot, but I've always been one when there's an opportunity to do something that I think can be a fun story for later, I'm all in. Like, and that's been ever since I was a kid. That's not like a new thing as an adult. I've always been that way. If there's something that I think could be funny to tell later on, even to my friends, like, dude, you're never gonna believe what I just did in class, I'm always down for it. And so I just have all these fucking weird things that happen to me. Dude, this is, I'm going on 3,900 on both hunts. Like, how? How is this happening? You're gonna head to bed, try to get around 17, walking your dog. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out, Carol. Hope you have a good night. Hope the heat doesn't bother you too much tomorrow. I know it's gonna be brutal for just about everybody. But I probably, you know, should calm down and stop doing things just for the story at this point in my life. Like, it's better to do it when you're young because the repercussions for doing weird shit when you're a kid don't really exist. Like, you get detention, who cares, you know? You're walking in the morning, feel in the afternoon, and walk her again after VBA, since now it's at 8:30, it'll be cooler then. Sounds like a good plan, Caro. Make sure you hydrate for that afternoon walk, though. Supposed to be your online course. We haven't opened your laptop in 2 months. Jack, do your fucking work. Hydrate or dihydrate. Let's go back to the topic of gooning. Let's not. We don't need to go back to that topic. We touched on it. We touched tips. It's all good now. Why would if I could play Pokemon though and be lazy as fuck? Jack, do your work. Do as your father says. Nobody ever has motivation to do work. That's why it's work. Right before you get the shiny. I mean, I think we've had a couple of pretty interesting conversations, and the shiny has not popped up for any of them. So I don't know what to tell you. Oh, they want to talk interesting conversations. During Eric's birthday stream, there were quite a few interesting things said that night. Shit got weird. Book is awake. I think she's playing a game with one of her friends right now. So if I see her before she goes to bed, I'll let her know. No, she's not streaming. I'm trying to get her to do it. She won't do it though. But she's been more active with like hanging out with like different people and playing games with people and doing stuff like that. Why do you hate it, Meta? But no, me and Book are gonna be playing more games on stream together here soon. Ryle, you missed us playing Split Fiction. That was really fun. That made for some interesting nights doing that game with her. It's your birthday and it's just the whole thing. Well, happy birthday, Meta. Happy fucking birthday to you, buddy. But yeah, we've got Grounded 2 is coming out next month. So we're gonna be playing Grounded 2 together on stream. Which should be really fun for you guys, because apparently in the trailer, you have to ride spiders at some points in the game. So y'all can imagine how that's gonna go with me. We did not, Riley. We're trying to finish it before Grounded 2 comes out. I don't know if we're gonna do that on stream or not, but we are trying to get that finished before the second one. Oh, I bet you are, Jack. I bet you are. From the trailer, the spiders are so much worse. Like, the fucking detail and everything in them. Oh my god. I'm gonna be having a panic attack playing that fucking game. I gotta try to, over the next couple weeks, clean up my garage. There's a lot of streaming stuff that I like put in a box when I went on hiatus, and I have no idea where the fucking box ended up. So there's a bunch of stuff like my heart rate monitor and that I don't know where it is. And I definitely want to find the heart rate monitor before we do Grounded 2. Because I not only want you guys to hear me squeal, but I want you guys to see my heart rate spike when I run into spiders. Count on me being your #1 viewer during that time. Appreciate it, Jack. It should be a fun time for you guys. I don't know how much fun I'm going to have, but it should be fun for you guys. But that's why, like, when we were in the pool at Eric's, I was talking to him about it because we're talking about like playing games and stuff. And I was like, dude, I'll play more stuff with you, but if you want it to be on stream, it's got to be good content. And he was like, why are you so obsessed with the content? I'm like, because I'm a fucking content creator. It's all about the content. If I think it's going to be good content, I'm 100% willing to do it regardless. If I don't think it's going to make good content, I will do it with you in my off time. We can play it on your stream. We can play it off stream, but I'm not streaming it if I don't think it's good content. A little after 30 it happened. Nice, meta. Let's go, Shiny Smurgle. I was like, that's why I play games like Grounded. I fucking hate spiders. I have a very bad arachnophobia. It makes for good content when I play games with spiders in them. Oh, what happened with your Geodude hunt, meta? I was supposed to play Grounded with Jake, but I don't know whatever happened to that. He said yes during shenanigans, and then I DM'd him about it, and he never got back to me. So I don't know if that's actually gonna happen or not. It might have just been drunk Jake that agreed to it. You KO the 60, makes a sandwich, turn your left, the shinies there, and you turn around in a random shiny Vibrava. Nice. That's a good hunt then. That worked out well for you. Damn, Jack, you almost hit the 2-year mark. Oh, hey, Riley, did you see I finally got sub badges for the channel? Hell yeah, meta. I thought it was fitting. Nah, it doesn't start foaming at the top until later. I think it starts foaming at the top around year 2. Damn, Riley going on 3 years. Holy shit. Ah, damn, I had a bunch of subs fall off tonight. I went from 42 to 36 during the stream. I was hoping we'd hit the 50 mark. It would have unlocked a bunch of new subs if we hit 50. I went from 8 away to 14 away. It is insanely hot everywhere, meta. It needs to stop. I am not enjoying the heat. You're trying to put a giant ice cube in the ocean? I think that would be a bad idea. Supposed to rain Wednesday. Never been happier for rain. Dude, it was like that. What was it? Friday night. When me and Book went to the concert, it was raining, and it actually got really, like, it got really nice. It dropped to, like, low 70s after the concert. Oh my god, it was beautiful. You love rain either way, though? I mean, I don't know that I love rain. I don't hate rain, but where I live, we don't get a lot of just rain. Like, we get a lot of thunderstorms and hurricanes. We don't really get rain. What's with the accent there, Riley? Yes, I am, Pokemon Gamer. Yes, I am. Just sit outside with your thoughts and chill. I definitely feel you on that one. Everybody thinks I'm weird because anytime a hurricane hits, I just sit in the front yard in a kilt and drink beer. And nobody understands it, but it's so comforting to me. Just feel the wind and rain on me and just relax. It's enjoyable. Bump ba da 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 dum ba dum bump ba dum ba da 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 dum bum. Ugh. Yes, you are, Riley. What's your point? What? You said it. I was just agreeing with you. Like, it's okay. We don't judge here. You know that. You can be whoever you want to be here. Except hateful. You can't be hateful. That's the only thing that's not allowed. Wrong kind of hateful, Riley. Riz, you can be whatever you want. If you want to be sad, go for it. Hopefully we can cheer you up. I did our last mod without heals. Wait, Jack, is your level 100 team getting its ass kicked? Couldn't buy that many. Couldn't buy that many what? Oh. Couldn't buy that many Pokeballs. I was like, what is he talking about? No, Riley, we're not allowed to buy people anymore. You know this. It's not allowed. It's frowned upon. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. I want to make a harem. I miss when I was young and had a harem. That was so much fun. Huh? Right, Jack? Riz out here talking like it's normal stuff. What about it? I said I missed when I was young and had a harem. What's so strange about that? Give me all those twinks, Buff Ben, Monster Ben. Oh my god, Riz. I try to be normal, but honestly, if like demi-humans were a thing, like cat girls and shit, I would 100% exclusively date demi-humans. Right, Meta? Please give me Demi Man with a waist of pin and an asshole. Oh my god, Riz. Jesus. Jack trying to cheese and still getting fucked. Sucks to suck, homie. You'll never see me again if they're real. He wants a man with a Pixar mom body. Oh my god. I just want Buff Pup. Is that wrong to say that I just want Buff Pup to be real? Yes, you should have, Jack. I'm sorry, Wiz. Hopefully it gets better. See, Riz knows what I'm on about. Give me the muscle mommy wolf girl. That's all I need in life. That's it. I will be the stay-at-home husband. I will put on the maid outfit. I will sweep and mop and clean and everything else. All for my muscle mommy wolf girl. Aw, poke. You know what? In honor of the concert Friday, welcome to my life. Preferably with her thighs, Riz. Preferably between her thighs. I'm just a shiny hunter and my life is a nightmare. I'm just a shiny hunter. I know that it's not fair. Nobody cares 'cause I'm alone in this world. How did this happen to me? Shiny hunting actually is not fair sometimes. It really isn't. Like, how in the fuck am I at almost 4,000 on each of these hunts? Like, how? How is this a thing? Actually, no, we haven't done this in a while. It's... no thank you, Riley. So the 10,085 is these two hunts plus the Venipede that I don't have yet. So I have 3 active hunts right now that account for 10,000 encounters. Odds of 0 shinies, 1 in 1,600. Ah, see, I'm worse than you, Riley. You're only 1 in 350. See, it's sad. I love Buff Pup, but I can't watch her streams. Because when I watch her streams, I just bark at my monitor the whole time. Yeah, that's not a thing, Riley. That's not a thing. Not normally, Riz, but for her, 100%. I would be willing to submit. Like I said, I'll put on the maid outfit, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do the laundry, everything. You know, we all have our price. My price is buff up. Ah, damn, Jack. Gotta put some work in now. Sell a steel raid, but if I can't get it, I hope I get the Polytoad. I actually really like Polytoad shiny. Polytoad has a great shiny. Polytoad was another one I went way too far for. There's no fucking way, Riley. That can't be real. There's no fucking way that's real. Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Jack. Zentreya and Heavenly Father. Very, very respectable choices there is. Very respectable. You know that one day somebody's gonna make some like NSFW art of me and I'm not gonna know how to handle it. It's gonna be a very weird day for me when that happens. Yeah, that one's pretty bad, Riley. That one's pretty bad. I got nothing for you on that one. That's really sad, Riley. You think Garchomp is physical? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. I never paid attention to like physical versus special, so I can't help with that. You're building physical, you don't care. Dude, you got it. I'm trying, Riley. I don't know what to tell you. I'm fucking trying. Early on the chat, guys. A roll of condoms. Riley, what the fuck? Where do you come up with this shit, dude? It looks like a fucking centipede. Because it is. I definitely don't see it. I mean, I know what you're looking at. I don't see it. What do you mean, poor Gibble? Isn't that a good thing for it, Jack? Well, Michelle's not here to back anybody up on anything right now, so you're on your own. Oh, so I had a fun conversation with my boss today. So we went out to lunch. We were talking about just like the job and stuff, and he brought up trying to get me back to a full-time remote status. And I was like, honestly, like as long as I can work remote when I need to like handle my shit, I'll be good. Like I don't need to, I would love it, but I don't need to go back to full time. As long as I have the flexibility when I'm having my sleep issues or whatever it is that I can say to you, hey, I need to work from home for a little bit. I'll let you know when I'm good to go to come back to the office. I'm good with that. Like that's enough for me. And he was like, well, no, the thing is, it might be a year from now, it might be 2 years from now, but at some point you're going to need to find a new job because living in this area is not sustainable. He's like, the cost of living here is too high. I know this. You've been wanting to move for that reason. In the end, you're going to look to relocate because of that. And I don't want to have to hire somebody new and retrain them up and get them to your level when you're going to know fucking everything I need you to know within the next year. So I would rather just put you on remote full time and let you fucking move wherever you want to move to and be done with it. And then I can trust you to stick around and not have to worry about shit. So yes, I'm going to fight for you to get back on remote. I was like, all right, well, if you're going to put it that way, like, I'm not going to argue. If you can get me back on remote, I'll take it. I was like, but I really don't plan on going anywhere voluntarily anytime soon. Like, but I couldn't argue his point because he's right. Like, I want out of Tampa. I don't want to live here anymore. And as long as I'm stuck in the office full time, my options are don't move or find a new job. And while right now I'm willing to just sit it out and just see where things go, if the fucking economy here doesn't correct and the cost of living doesn't come down, I'm going to leave because it just doesn't make sense to stay here. And so, yeah, if he can get me back to full-time remote, like, I'll fucking stay with the company forever at that point, unless my content creation gets to the point where I can survive off of this alone. I'll stick around in a fully remote position for indefinite. You mean I get to move to a place where I can buy a house 3 times the size for a quarter of the price? Yeah, let's go. I'll work from home there. It'll be all right. Now, whether or not he can actually pull it off and get me back to remote, who the fuck knows? The company's really weird about it. I tried to ask before, like, because when they first pulled me off remote and put me in the office, I was like, I'm literally trying to move out of the area right now. And they're like, well, too bad, you can't. You could either come in the office or you cannot have a job. And so I brought it up to him that, like, because he was like, I'm sure you'd be able to move and keep your job. And I was like, I tried to do that, and they told me no. And he was like, well, things have changed since then, so we can try it again. What happened, Riley? What joke? Oh, haha, sucks to suck. I mean, to be fair, Riley, you could be right. I wouldn't know. I lack the knowledge to make a fair comparison. Why are you gonna make Michelle be the messenger? What is wrong with you? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I don't even know what the hell you did. All I know is all my mods came to me and were like, we had to kick Riley out of the server. And I was like, oh. And you guys made a decision. I can't really go against you. You're my mods. Like, if you say so. I feel like they didn't take it that way, because I don't think that would be why they would kick you out. Fucking get it, Jack. Let's go. You got this. Dude, this is insane. I literally, before my previous hunt on Doughblade, my longest hunt in this game was 4,200. And I'm about to cross that old record 3 straight hunts. Like, can you imagine I break my previous record for the longest hunt 3 straight times? The insanity of that. Couldn't tell you, Riley. I wasn't even, I literally have no idea exactly what happened. I don't remember what they told me either. It was so long ago. I just know like something happened when I wasn't around, and they were like, "Oh, hey, we did this because of this," and I was like, "Oh, I mean, if that's what happened, then I guess it makes sense." But I couldn't really like go back against my mods at that point and be like, "No, bad mods." Like, I had to respect their decision, otherwise, it undermines them, you know. Like, Poke, it's this, man. I had one hunt that was 4,200. My second worst hunt was like 38 or something like that. So I've had 3 straight hunts that are longer than my previous second worst. So like it used to be, I think it was Doughblade and Kingdra were number 1 and 2, and now it was Dragapult and Kingdra were 1 and 2. Then it became Doughblade, Dragapult, Kingdra, and now it's Doughblade, Dragapult, Emolga, Shelmet, Kingdra. Kingdra got dropped from number 2 to number 5 in the course of 3 hunts. I forget what the third worst was. I want to say it was the turtle fossil, Terra whatever. I think that one was like 36. No, that's the Scarlet and Violet one, Riley, the fossil. I wouldn't say there's no way, Poke. Is that the base form or the evolved form, Riley? But yeah, Poke, I wouldn't say there's no way, but like, yes, that one, Riley, that one. I think that was my third worst hunt. That one took me a while. Same with Polytoad, took me a while as well. I'm trying to remember. I've had it's so hard to remember all my hunts, and I stopped like recording the final numbers. So like when I first started doing it, I used an app to track everything, and then I stopped using the app to track it, and I started using my Stream Deck to track it. But I would still go back after the hunt and enter the final numbers into the app tracker. And then around the time I started using the auto counter, I just kind of got bored, like not bored, but I just got lazy and stopped putting them into the app to do it. Hey, all right, Poke Gamer, have a good sleep. Appreciate you hanging out until 4:30 in the morning with me. Hopefully I get a shiny here soon. I really want to at least end one of these hunts by the end of the night, you know? It would be nice to finish at least one of them. All right, Pokemon Gamer. I'll catch you later. I'm not sleeping till this bitch Cynthia's 6 feet under. You know what? Valid, Jack. I'm with you. Always try what, Riley? I wonder if it would even send me a message. It doesn't even give you like a request unban or anything. Huh. Well, I mean, if you're gonna be around, Riley, I'll talk to the team and see if they're willing to give you another chance. I was gonna do it before, but then you stopped showing up again, and I was like, all right, well, I guess there's no need to have that conversation. Yeah, Riley actually did used to be a mod. Wait, do I remember correctly? You got mod off a bet, didn't you? You said that's what it was. Yeah, I was doing DAs and you're like, it's gonna shine this time. And I was like, no, it's not. And you're like, if it shines this time, make me a mod. And I was like, all right, bet. If it shines, I'll make you a mod. And then it was fucking shiny. And I was like, all right, well, I guess you're a mod now. Right, Poke? Roll over and die, old lady. God damn, Jack. Getting a little angry over there, aren't you? Repoke a princess, Riley. The one right above you. You missed a lot, Riley. You've been gone for a fucking while. Just trying to act dramatic for attention. Fair enough, I'll allow it. Hey, it was right. I started streaming in back in what, October, November? I got that a long time ago, Riley. I got that when you were still around. You get any shiny before 4K, you name them Sleepy. I don't like that. What? But Sleepy doesn't work though. For either of these, they're not very sleepy. If I get it after 4K, I'm gonna name it Bitch Ass Bitch. If it has the Sleepy mark, I'll name it Sleepy. Dirt, what the hell? Name it Jack. All right, if I get one before 4K, I'll name it Jack. No, Riley. I am not naming it that. Speaking of which, where's Michelle? That was a good one, Riley. I gotta give you a point for that one. I mean, they are poke, but still. Still, just, you know, we gotta keep it reasonable, at least slightly. I am playing music. What do you mean? Do you guys really not hear the music? Are you guys really not hearing the music? I've had music playing this whole time. I was gonna say, there's definitely been music playing. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy there. There was nothing for you? Weird. That's very weird. Your stream might have just, the stream might have glitched on your end for a second. Because there was definitely music playing that whole time. Well, let's say something or play music. Do something. Do you already not hear the music, Riley? There's definitely music playing. It's super low? Really? Is that better? I didn't want it to be too loud. Come on, where is my shiny? God damn it, game. Stop fucking with me so hard. Just let me move on with my life. Like, I don't know, like, this is just Doughblade all over again, where I'm just slowly losing motivation and just, like, not even wanting to, like, be entertaining or anything. Like, I just want the hunt to end. I don't even want to talk. Like, I just want to get the shiny. And if I wasn't streaming, that would be okay. But I'm streaming, so I kind of have to, like, do something. But I don't know. I'm losing my mind here. This is just not fair for it to be like this. I was supposed to have a quick hunt after Doughblade. It was supposed to be easy for me. I was supposed to have a nice time. I wasn't supposed to go through this again right away. Getting all the shit hunts out of the way now before ZA. I hope that's true. The good news is, after Shelmet and Emolga, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Masuda hunts. So hopefully I got all the bad luck out of the way before I start hatching eggs. That would be ideal. I don't know that it's gonna be that way, but I'm hoping. I hate doing Masuda hunts in general. If I had to go triple odds or more on Masuda hunts, I would lose my damn mind. Like, more than I've been over these hunts. Like, I hate doing Masuda. But there's a couple that I need to get where Masuda's the best way to do it. Because just the spawn rates are non-existent. So I think I've got like 7 or 8 hunts that I have scheduled that are going to be Masuda. Not really looking forward to those. Damn it, it's fucking 11:40. I gotta get going. Son of a bitch. I was trying to get to 4K tonight. But I do need to end here soon. I don't think I can make it. I gotta be up at 7. And even though we all know I'm not going to sleep, I at least need to try to sleep. I think that, Riley, is getting to 4K is going to be almost another half hour. And I really shouldn't do that. Dude, is that, can you, oh wait, nope, that was the wrong thing, fuck. Trying to adjust my... I don't want to peak my mic again. Because you haven't been around, Riley. Again, when you don't show up for almost a year, shit happens. Although, actually, Riley, you've seen Cyan. Cyan started showing up back when I was trying to do Elden Ring. Fucking 2.5 years ago. Oh, 2 years ago. I overestimated. God damn it. Give me my fucking shiny. Why do you hate me so much? Why? What did I ever do to you, Sword and Shield? I have supported you so much over the years. I've continued playing you despite Scarlet and Violet being a thing. And this is how you repay me? Got to skirt around the grass there. Anybody have a brick handy? If you do, can you just like hit me upside the head with it? It would be less painful than this. Ugh. What's that, Jack? What are you questioning? Splish splash toaster bath.
Money!
Oh shit,
Cheer
son!
1000, cheer 1000, cheer 1000, cheer 1000. I was wondering if I should do that. Wanted to keep Riley down the list.
Jack, oh my god, thank you, Jack, for the 4,000 bits. Holy shit, man. I appreciate that so much, buddy. Thank you. Fucking legend. Jack, you're awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for that. Holy crap. I didn't know what you were thinking about, but I was not expecting that. God damn. Okay. Holy shit. Wow. All right. Fuck. Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much. God damn. Oh my god. I don't even know how to react to that. Holy shit. You like, Jack, you fucking stun locked me.
Wow.
I like, oh, holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. Goddamn. Y'all are gonna be rolling in new emotes next month. Fighting a Celestial with a Charmeleon. Poke, all the best to you. Good luck dealing with that. Hey, let's go, Jack. Oh yeah, y'all are gonna be rolling in new emotes next month. I'm gonna be able to commission all the extra emotes that I have available at this point. I think with the way June is gone, I think I'm gonna be able to commission all the emotes I need to fill up the rest of the blank slots I have. Wouldn't you rather have VIP, Jack? God damn, dude. I mean, I've done it so many times, Jack. I'm not scared to do it. I'm just saying, I feel like the VIP would be better for you. You're so close to it. True halfway. At least it's partially true. Although also, for Jack and anybody else, also keep in mind I do have a donation link through Stream Elements. So if you are feeling generous, but you'd rather it go to me instead of Twitch taking a cut, you could always use that link. Then you don't have to give Twitch any of your money. I don't promote it because I just never think of it. 4K bits, you get this month and hit the... No, I don't mean right now, Jack. I don't mean right now. Goddamn. That's not what I meant. I meant for future reference. If anybody is in the mood to feel generous, I do have a donation link where you don't have to give Twitch your money. That's all I'm saying. I never promote it because I always feel bad about like bringing it up like, give me your money, haha, money. Like I feel bad about it, so I don't say it ever, but I do have it. And I'd rather, if you're going to do something, you don't give extra money to Twitch. I'd rather you guys be able to keep that money. You get what I'm saying? You just want to be in first place for the ranking. That's all good, Jack. I appreciate it, buddy. Regardless of your motivation, I appreciate it. All right, I guess we are going to go to 4K. I got caught up in shit. I meant to end by now. But we're so close, I might as well just do it. What did you do, Meta? Saying you wanted to end by now. Oh yeah, big oops on my part. I meant to end at 39.75 and then just got caught up in shit. But it's all good. We'll hit 4K on Shelmet and we'll call it a night there. And then whenever I decide to shiny hunt again, the nightmare continues. I say, like, I wanted to do something different. I want to take a break, but I get fucking fixated when I have hunts like this. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going until I get the shiny. So I was saying earlier that I would probably do the Shining Pearl Nuzlocke. I would go back to it tomorrow. But with nothing shining tonight, let's be real, I'm going to end up doing this tomorrow night because I'm not going to be able to let it go. Like, I know me. And with nothing shining tonight, there's no way I can do something different tomorrow. I'm just not capable of walking away even temporarily. Well, I think my BDSP Rayquaza, I think I got up to like 15K before I took a break on that hunt. You just got to make yourself, if you do that, going back is hard. See, I'm the opposite. Just making myself take that break is hard. And then even if I take the break, sticking off the break and not going right back to it is hard. Like, I get caught up. I get so, like, fixated and, like, I have to finish this. I have to succeed. I have to get this. And, like, it just consumes me. It really was, Jack. It really was. Alright, so I'm gonna go a little over 4K because I'm gonna finish the path of emolgas. So wherever I'm at when I finish this run of emolgas is where we end. Sid Senator hands shaking as he shovels the food down to get back to shiny hunting. Pretty much, Poke. That's pretty much how it works. And there's 4K. We are officially over 4K on both hunts. Fuck my life. It really is, Poke. It is straight up disgusting what is going on right now. There's no other word for it. I should have had multiple meta. When you look at all, like, everything that's going on recently with my hunts, I was looking at the numbers last night and, like, it's fucking insane. Like, when you include Doughblade in the list, right? We're going back to Doughblade. Doughblade included, my last 5 hunts, I have done 18,000 encounters and gotten 1 shiny. At 1365 odds, I should have gotten 13 shinies by now with the amount of encounters I've done, and I've gotten a grand total of 1 of them. Across Doughblade, Venipede, Emolga, Doughblade, oh no wait, it's 4. Doughblade, Venipede, Emolga, and Shelmet. Across 4 hunts, I've done 18,000 encounters and gotten 1 shiny. And I should have 13. This is why you don't... That's the thing, is I've never, like, I've had some long hunts in Sword and Shield. I've had plenty of hunts that have gone 2,000 to 3,500. Right? I've had plenty of those, but I've had a lot of hunts that have gone, you know, 800 to 1,000 as well. It's been pretty nice. And those super long 3,000 plus hunts used to be very rare. But the last couple of months, it's, I think my... Like, if I get it under 2,500, it's been lucky. All right, well, that was the last emolga of the night. Or let's check the last shelmet. Somewhere in the 1,000 for Fido. Lucky you. Last shelmet, not shiny. God damn it, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This shit is insane. I don't even know what to say about these hunts right now, other than I am losing my goddamn mind over it. But that being said, very much appreciate you guys hanging out with me through the nonsense. Jack, especially appreciate you for the bits tonight, my man. Fucking awesome of you. Thank you, everybody, for being here for this. I will be back on. I should be back on tomorrow night. Work is gonna be weird this week. It's gonna be kind of crazy. I might end up sleeping through stream one night this week, so just be aware of that. Otherwise, I will see you back here tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to motivate myself to do the Shining Pearl Nuzlocke tomorrow and take a break from this. Plan on me doing this though. It's just how I am. Otherwise, guys, enjoy the rest of your nights. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll catch you back here for the next happy hour.